Thanks, everybody. Thanks for that. It's great to be here. I'm Richard Hamilton. I'm the co-founder, president, and CEO of Prosper. I'm an experienced entrepreneur. My last company was a genomics company that was sold to Land O'Lakes, so Prosper is my second time around the block. I'm also trained as a molecular biologist. So if you're wondering what that has to do with insurance, hopefully that'll become clear in a few minutes. Lauren Murphy's our Senior Vice President of Consumer Engagement. She's had a long career in consumer fitness and nutrition. She sold you P90X while she was at Beachbody, and her last company, Real Appeal, was an online weight loss app that was seed funded by and then acquired by United Healthcare. My co-founder is Matteo Pellegrini. He's a tenured professor at UCLA, and he's an expert in bioinformatics and epigenetics. Dave Chernoff's our chief medical officer, has a long career in medical diagnostics, was part of the team that developed the first HIV blood test. Not an insurance executive among us. At Prosper, our mission is simple. We help people live stronger, longer lives. Translated into insurance speak, Prosper is really prevention as a service for life insurers, and epigenetics, it's just telematics for your body. This is important and relevant to life insurers because even small changes in mortality for your in-force population can translate into large impacts on your bottom line, and I'll come back around to that. What drives your aging process? We'd all like to live longer, healthier lives. Is it your nutrition? Is it fitness? Well, yeah, those play a role. But it's actually, as it turns out, mental stress and depression are one of the biggest drivers of aging. How many of you are measuring that in your underwriting process or managing it in your in-force policyholders? Not too many, I would imagine. With Prosper, health and longevity become measurable, monitorable, and malleable. I'm sure you're familiar with direct-to-consumer DNA testing. Companies like 23 and Ancestry DNA, these are hugely popular with consumers. Over the holidays, the number 2 selling product on Amazon was an Ancestry DNA test kit. And they're looking at the DNA sequence that you inherit from your mom and your dad. But your DNA sequence is kind of like the VIN number of your car. It tells you the make, the model, the trim package, but not too much else. And it's static, it's invariable over the course of your life. So it's a one-time test, and it's not really actionable information. Congratulations, you're Irish. What are you going to do about it? Go have a Guinness. Genealogy companies connect you with your past. At Prosper, we're connecting people with their future. That should matter to everyone in this room. We're doing this using something called epigenetics. Epi is Greek for above, so it literally means above genetics. And it's a way of us looking at which genes you're using and which genes you're not over time. Using this, we can periodically test you, not just once, multiple times over the course of a year, and give you a dashboard of your nutritional status, your physical fitness, your mental stress, your exposure to environmental toxins, things like smoking and alcohol. And as we age, we rust. And we rust at the DNA level. And this becomes a very accurate biological clock called the epigenetic clock, and we can use this to predict all-cause mortality and tell people what's driving their aging process to give them tools and interventions to help them live healthier, stronger, and longer lives. Our product is quite simple. You sign up on our website, we send you a test kit, you provide a saliva sample, fill out a brief biographical sketch, send it back in. We run our proprietary assay. We test over 10,000 different epigenetic markers or epialleles and then compare that to hundreds of thousands of clinical data points. We then send you back a report, again, nutritional status, et cetera. But we send you much more than just a report. We create a digital channel back to the consumer that gives them lifestyle recommendations and actions that are personalized, dynamic, and based on their individual biology. Let me give you an example. I'm from Los Angeles, but I've spent most of the past 100 days here in Des Moines. Friendly people, nice restaurants, no traffic. January and February, not the best weather I've ever seen. Okay? As a result, I probably became vitamin D deficient. Okay? And the Prosper test would see this and then make a series of lifestyle recommendations individualized to me. More fatty fish, things like salmon, tuna, full-fat dairy, reduce my consumption of carbonated beverages, hit the gym, and sure, try and get out in the sunshine when I can. We take it even further to give you individualized recipes that you just drag and drop into a shopping cart and outspits your shopping list for the week. Again, nutritionally optimized for you. We have lots of other features, again, for personalization, for fitness regimens, mindfulness, managing your circadian rhythms, motivational connections to your friends and families, and I'd be delighted, afterwards to go into lots more detail about all the things that those things do. We capture an enormous amount of data. Not only the biological data that I've described, again, in terms of nutrition, the biological impact of smoking and alcohol, mental stress, et cetera, but also what I call the digital exhaust from your smartphone and your fitness tracker. And that all comes together to create a very large database that's a comprehensive picture of health and longevity. It's interesting that recently Accenture did a survey of insurance customers, and more than 50% of them said that they would be willing to trade access to personal data, appropriately protected, for reductions in premiums or other incentives. So I think this is a great opportunity for customer engagement with insurance companies, right, above and beyond just sell me more policies. What's the upside to life insurers? Well, as I stated earlier, even small changes in mortality for your in-force population can result in large increases in profitability. While I was here, I spent some time with the actuary professors at Drake, and according to their analysis, even a 1% reduction in mortality can translate into up to a 15% increase in profitability. So very lucrative. Customer engagement, persistency, satisfaction, retention. We can leverage the enormous interest in genealogy and personal biology to forge a new customer relationship that's much more personalized and dynamic and even daily. We can increase sales. We leverage people's social media contacts into motivators that we hope to turn into prosper customers, because let's be honest, we're not always accountable to ourselves, but we're often accountable to other people in our group. These people are a source of, as I said, potential prosper customers, but potential policyholders as well. Our business model is simple. It's a subscription model. The program costs of around $1 a day are largely borne by the customer, not by the carrier. We're launching MVP 1.0 right now with a top 10 insurance company, and that's in process. Our time here at the GIA has been very productive. We're in additional conversations with several companies about participating in MVP 2.0, which we hope to be launching sometime this summer. So if you're interested in increasing your profitability or increasing sales or dramatically improving your customer engagement, come find me after the break. And if you're Irish, I'll see you at the bar for that Guinness.